Out of all the Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy IX probably hit me the hardest from the storyline, but especially the aesthetic design. I just fell in love with it right away. And you get to, right off the bat, you get Vivi, this young black mage just wandering around the town. He gets taken advantage of because of a fake ticket. It just really set the tone from the beginning that it was going to be a very special experience. And my favorite character, probably in the entire game, is the main antagonist, Kuja. And I remember looking up Yoshitaka Amano's concept art, as always, is so beautiful and so amazing. And then him going from that into being 3D rendered into the game was just such a cool aesthetic design, and very different also. I remember when he completely wipes your party and he comes up in the rain and he tosses his hair and then walks away wearing a silk cod piece. I knew this guy was a real one. Join me on this little retrospective of one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters ever made. In the luminous tapestry of Final Fantasy IX, Kuja emerges as the Angel of Death, a silver-haired specter of exquisite tragedy whose very existence weaves together vanity, rebellion, and profound sorrow. Born in the year of 1776 on the dying planet of Terra, he was the first genome, an artificial humanoid crafted by the immortal sorcerer Garland. Designed as a flawless adult of 24 years, without the softening veil of childhood, Kuja lacked the emotional depth that would allow him to naturally awaken his trance state. Garland, seeking to accelerate the assimilation of Gaia's souls into Terra's fading cycle, dispatched this elegant weapon to incite endless wars across the Mist Continent, harvesting death to fuel the ancient plan of planetary rebirth. From his opulent sanctuary in the Desert Palace, Kuja orchestrated chaos with theatrical grace. He supplied Queen Braun with armies of soulless black mages, echoes of his own hollow origins, while secretly pursuing the planet's eidolons for his own ascension. Manipulating monarchs and shattering the summoner haven of Madain Sari, he moved like a caged bird, testing the bars of his fate. Deep jealousy stirred when Garland secretly fashioned a superior successor, the young Zidane, endowed with the capacity for growth and genuine feeling that Kuja had been denied. In a defiant act, Kuja abducted the infant and abandoned him on Gaia, only to be cast aside himself by his creator. The revelation of his own impermanence shattered Kuja's fragile composure. Learning he was but a temporary vessel, destined for discard like the black mages he scorned, his narcissism twisted into apocalyptic fury. Empowered by stolen souls, he slew his creator Garland, raised Terra in a cataclysm of Ultima, and turned his gaze towards the crystal itself, the origin of all existence, intending to drag the universe into oblivion with him. Visually, Kuja is a masterpiece of ethereal contradiction. His slender, androgynous frame flows beneath sweeping white robes, accented in violet, framed by cascading silver hair that shimmers like moonlight on still water. Pale skin and icy blue eyes lend him an almost doll-like perfection, while hidden feathers and subtle motifs evoked the trapped avian spirit he embodies. In trance, this poise erupts into wild crimson fury, hair like flames entangled with thorns, a revealed tail, and tattered garments that reveal the feral angel beneath the courtly mask. His design journey began in the visionary strokes of Yoshitaka Amano, whose watercolor concept art infused Kuja with otherworldly elegance and dramatic flair, flowing lines and haunting poses that captured the character's theatrical soul. These ethereal sketches were then translated into the game's distinctive 3D style. Theatrical, eloquent, and laced with unspoken fragility, Kuja speaks in poetic metaphors that mask a boyish immaturity born of arrested development. His rivalry with Zidane pulses with fraternal tension, culminating in a final redemptive clarity amid the collapse of the life tree. There, as his fleeting life ebbs, Kuja offers a quiet sacrifice and a whispered regret. He had finally glimpsed what it meant to live, only to understand it far too late. Thus, in Final Fantasy IX's symphony of mortality and meaning, Kuja stands as its most haunting crescendo, a being of luminous ruin, forever dancing between creation and destruction, perfection and profound humanity. Thank y'all for joining me on this character retrospective. This is some of my favorite content to create. I am a strength athlete pursuing my pro card in both strongman and powerlifting. I'm a multiple national record holder and a world record holder in the squat. But my heart is really into nostalgic, classic video game content. And it's just an amazing creative release, and some of my favorite things to share is stuff like this, where we can reminisce on some of these amazing characters and games that we grew up playing. If you're interested in helping support the channel, I do have a Patreon for as low as $1 a month, and every person that signs up puts me one step closer to becoming both a content creator and an athlete full-time. I appreciate you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Maybe send this video to somebody that you know loves Final Fantasy or other nostalgic content. And stay tuned for more Sephish Strength and Nostalgia. I appreciate y'all.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.